I'm Jason Kilgro. I am a frequency marketing rep in downtown Birmingham, and I've been here for a year. So my SERVPRO story is similar to a lot of people's in that it involves Mr. Eric Green. Eric actually used to call on my dad's office. He was a farmer's district manager, and so I've been able to meet Eric a few times over the several-year period that he and my dad operated in that kind of a friendship business relationship. And so whenever the opening was there for me to join the SERVPRO team, Eric called on my dad and said, "Hey, what's your son doing?" So I really appreciate the trust that he had in me to bring me onto the team. So whenever I first came to SERVPRO, I really looked at it as a challenge. I've never had a sales job. I've had some customer service related jobs and some positions that were similar in nature, but never had an actual quota or a sales goal to hit or sales expectations. And so I knew when I took the position that it would be a challenge. There would be definitely a learning curve, and there was for several months. But now in 2019, I feel like our marketing team is really moving in the right direction. I feel like really from top to bottom, in production and construction, and even in the collections even. Like it seems like the entire organization is moving in the same direction. It's moving in the right direction for sure. And so it's really fun. I've never really enjoyed a job similarly to what I had to do now. There's always an opportunity to not just ask for business and not just promote the brand of SERVPRO and not just offer up our services, but to really develop a relationship. And so that's something that really I hold near and dear, and that's something that I really enjoy about just the day-to-day practice of being on the marketing team. But really I've been having a lot of fun doing the Facebook Live videos. Kind of being one of the faces of SERVPRO Birmingham, on the social media sites is really fun. Adam West has really challenged us to try to be as creative as possible and put out content that really sets the standard for other franchises inside of the trainership, and really across SERVPRO Global. And so it's really fun to kind of come in and to know that you've got somebody that can really push you in a creative sense. And there's always somebody's thinking of the next video, or hey, it would be funny if we could try this. To see Kevin Blankenship, laid out in his PPE. And to challenge the Tuscaloosa franchise, and just always to be thinking of kind of what's next and what's going to catch people's eyes, and how can we best promote our brand, and how can we relate to people on a real tangible basis is really fun. And it's something I'd never really thought of in any career or any job really that I've been in. So to be challenged in that way is really fun. I'll tell you my favorite Disney movie of all of them is The Sword and the Stone. I don't know what it was about that kind of adventure that they went on, but Merlin and just the way that he would always swish his mustache back and forth, and he was always running somewhere. And every time he would run, he would hike his it wasn't like a dress, whatever it was. He would hike that up and run somewhere, or he was always yelling. He was always late for something. He was always thinking of some far off, distant. He was just so absent-minded and really fun. If I could thank one person just from the marketing team, that's really helped me the most, I guess, throughout my first year, it would actually be Kent O'Rear. Kent has helped me. We've gone through a lot of similar kind of circumstances, and a lot of our ups and downs have looked really similar. And so there's actually been several times when we've had 20, 30-minute talks on our rides back to the office, just kind of recapping how the day went, and just to be able to have someone that was kind of running the same race at the same speed and going through some of those same things was really fun. We've got a lot of guys, like Huck and Sylvester and Rob, that have been doing this for a very long time. They've been extremely helpful, and they've offered up a lot of wisdom. But to have someone like Kent that was right there, just willing to kind of share whatever frustrations he was having or share whatever wins he was having, so that maybe I could have some of those same wins in the next couple of weeks, has always been really, really fun. And just to kind of see, he had his second daughter just a week or so after I had my daughter, and we've just kind of been going through a lot of the same life circumstances, and he's a trusted Auburn fan as well, and so I would have to say thanks to Kent for sure.